Hello everybody, I'm Alfred and I'd like to talk about the video currently circulating of the mom who read out basically what is in the school's library. This is a school, children, this is not a university. As a matter of fact, such things shouldn't even be in a university, but this is, kids. This is kindergarten age kids, and this is something that shouldn't even be in senior high. It should not be even on university campus. But the books that they are giving kids to read, the bedtime stories of today that promotes LGBT and on a different level, this is now something else. This is just clearly pedophilia, because it has the story about the each other. These are kids in the story giving each other blowjobs in the story, and this is something that is for kids to read in school. And they are actually promoting that lifestyle, and also that this is normal, and that people should not shy away from it. And it's like one character is like saying that, why are you acting like it never happened? It is like the boldness to come out. Why do you want children, 5-year-old, 6 years old, to be sexually active, and all in the name of LGBT and promoting homosexuality? And this should not be a surprise, because this is actually part of the devil, what the devil wants. You have to understand something, is that when you reject Christ, you reject light, and anything else will lead into further darkness. So it's not a surprise that now they are pushing for this. The school board, was indifferent when, they gave the mother a time to speak. When she spoke, they just shut her up, and, moved on to the next parents. They didn't even care. This is unfortunate. At this point, you need to be mindful of these schools, because schools are basically evil propaganda right now. That is what a lot of these schools in America are. Even in different parts of the world, because a lot of the different parts of the world, they are subject to what is taught in America, for most people, apart from the Chinese and perhaps the Russian and, people who are smart. But a lot of the school systems of the world, they feed off of America. America is leading them when it comes to education, and if their curriculum that will eventually show up in one shape or the other in other nations' curriculums. And by the way, a lot of people who are creating curriculums for West African nations and African nations, are people who schooled in America or the United Kingdom. A lot of the CEOs and a lot of the leaders of the majority of the African corporate sector, the private sector, the big businesses as well as the government, a lot of them schooled in America and the UK. So that is where the education comes from. That is what they will now transplant and translate into, what they will put on third world nations and, developing nations. So people need to be mindful of this. We have allowed Satan to use the schooling system to do his bidding. This is terrible. This is something that everyone should be talking about, and people should be up in arms about it. But this is something that, of course, the mainstream media, they control the media, they control the rhetoric. So this is just something that is just going to fizzle. It's just going to be one of those so-called right-wing topics or right-wing conspiracy theories or whatever. But this is something that is like, this is something that the book is there. Why was such a book there? Why is this really material for kids? Encouraging them as kids to be sexually active. Very soon, from being sexually active, it will now be to being sexually active with somebody who is multiple times their age. And just the same way, it's wrong for a grown-up, a 30-year-old or a 70 or a 50-year-old to want to have any kind of sexual relations with a 7-year-old or a 5-year-old. It is the same way for 5-year-olds to be having any kinds of sexual relations with 5-year-olds. Why is their mind thinking in that direction? If someone is sexually active at the age of 5, what will they be doing at the age of 18? What will they be doing at the age of 30? Elderly in this world where, pornography and not just watching pornography, but being a porn creator has now been normalized, starting from Tumblr. Tumblr broke things down and made people to become publishers of porn, and now you have OnlyFans that has taken it to a different level, where a girl, you know, from that is 15, 16, whatever, you know, can from her bedroom, you know, start making porn and selling it all across the world and making thousands of dollars, even millions in a few cases. You know, it has been so normalized, and it has, you know, this is the part of the mother of harlots. You know, when it comes to the mother of harlots in the last days, you know, the prostitution with other gods, you know, as in turning away from God, and also the prostitution as in prostitution in itself. You know, it has now become, you know, normalized. This is going past the Sodom and Gomorrah kind of scenario. In any case, that being said, you know, we need to take back the schools. We need to have influence in politics, over policies, over the school systems. We need to, in the meantime, pull your kids out of these crazy schools. We need to have Christian schools, start your own Christian schools, you know, create situations where you have an educational system, you homeschool, you talk to your kids and you know what your kids are learning. And in addition to that, we will not just leave the world to be doing their thing. We will have our influence. We need to influence the school boards. What were good people doing when bad people and pedophiles were taking over the school boards? What were good people doing when they were putting books, encouraging kids to be homosexual and to be sexually active at the age of 5 and at the age of 3? What were good people doing? Even now that some of you have heard this, what are you going to do about it? Is it just something that you've heard and you will keep quiet and, well, it doesn't matter, or you let somebody else, or, oh, it's just so terrible, it's so sad, then you move on with your life? You know, evil and evil people are taking ground, but good people don't want to take power and take positions of influence and do good things. We keep leaving it for the devil, and we are surprised when the devil uses it for demonic things. Keep in mind that this is how things start. It will keep getting worse if good people don't do the right thing. Darkness can always still get darker. You see, it is not like if the darkness that it was originally was not bad enough, but it can still get darker. And you know, darkness will keep on getting darker unless light comes into the picture, you know, when it comes to morality especially. That being said, check out alfred.vip for more. If you've not given your life to Christ, click the salvation prayer link in the main menu of alfred.vip and give your life to Christ. Thank you, and God bless you.